Hello, today I want us to look at Microsoft Word, and to begin with we are going to look at the interface of Microsoft Word. Under word processing, Microsoft Word is one of the programs that are used by very many people and are easier to use among other word processing programs like Apple Pages, Google Docs, WordPerfect, WordStar, and that from LibreOffice. So today, first of all, we are going to look at the interface of Microsoft Word. So I'm going to open a word processing application that I have on my PC and go through that interface together. So it is open in Microsoft Word, and it has actually opened. It opens with a number of templates here, amongst which we are going to choose blank document. So I will tap on a blank document and our document will open. Now when our document opens, it opens in that form or in that format, and after going through everything around here, we'll definitely call it a day. Now the Microsoft Word window is very similar to many of the windows that we have of all our Office packages. For example, Excel, Access, PowerPoint, and Publisher. So there are a lot of things that we're going to see that are also the same with those that are in Excel, Access, PowerPoint, and Publisher. So don't be surprised when I mention something that you've ever heard of in Publisher, in Excel, or in any of the Office packages. Why? Because it is the same vendor, that is Microsoft, that makes all of the packages. They all fall under the same suite of Microsoft. So to begin with, I'm going to begin with the title bar. The whole of this window at the top, where I'm actually moving my cursor up here, it is what we call the title bar. And the title bar in the most recent Office versions, it contains also a search bar, and here you can see a search bar which you can use to search, and it can even work on the internet. But before, in the previous versions of Office, this search bar used not to be there. It only had the title and the program. Like for example, here it has document 1 Word. It means that is the first document that I've opened today, and the program that I'm using is Word. And when you go onto the left hand side, there is a group of commands or a group of icons called the quick access toolbar. Just around here is called the quick access toolbar, like you can see. Now the quick access toolbar has a number of icons which help us to access commands very fast or easily or quickly, rather than going through the normal procedure that we can have. Now I have commands like the undo, the repeat, the redo, the save. This is now part of the mail merge, like select recipients, but I actually may not need it because I'm not always mail merging. So I can remove or add icons from this command by using the customize quick access toolbar. When I tap on customize or when I tap on more commands, it opens a window where I can actually remove or add buttons from there. I can select a button and say remove. After saying remove, I click on OK. When I click on OK, that button is removed. So mostly the buttons that I need in the quick access toolbar is save, the undo, and the redo. Those are the buttons that I have. Now when you look at this other arrow, it helps me to customize. I can either remove the quick access toolbar and put it below the ribbon or above the ribbon. So when I tap here, you can see that I will have a word that says show below the ribbon, and when I bring it below the ribbon, I'll have another one that will be telling me show above the ribbon. On the same line in the title bar on the right hand side, now here we have the owner of the account. So right now it is me who is signed in, and when I tap there, it actually gives information, my information. It actually brings my Microsoft account information, and it has my image here. Next to that, we have other icons. In previous versions, here we had the ribbon display options, which can help me display the ribbon in the way I want to display it. I can say I want only the tabs and hide the commands, or I want to see the commands, not the tabs, or I want to see the tabs and the commands, and so many other things. So here it has the account, and after the account we have the 3 buttons, and the 3 buttons, they are called Windows control icon. Now they control this whole window. This whole thing is called a window, the whole of this one here that I'm holding. So what controls it are these buttons that you're seeing here. So first of all, this minus sign, that one is called the minimize button, and it is used to take the active window to the taskbar. When I tap on it, it takes the active window to the taskbar. What is a taskbar? The taskbar is this bar that is down here that has the start button and always harbors the programs that are open currently. So when I want it back, I go and I tap on its icon and it definitely comes back. The next button is called the restore button. Now the restore button takes the window back to its previous size, or restores the window to its previous size. If the window was small and I made it big, when I tap on the button, it takes it back to the small size. When it is small and previously it was big, and then I tap on the same button, it restores the window to the previous size. And lastly, the last icon in the window control icons is the close button. The close button helps me to exit the application or exit the program. When I'm done with whatever I'm doing, I tap on this X. You see, for it even gives me a red color, and then I quit or I exit the program. Now after the title bar, we have the next part, that is what we call the main menu tabs. Down here they are called the main menu tabs. Now those main menu tabs are the ones that we actually use when we are dealing with the content that we can put onto the page, when we are designing the letters, when we are formatting documents, and so many other things that we can do with Microsoft Word. And amongst the main menu tabs, we can at least mention a few of them: the file, home, insert, draw, design, layout, references, mails, mailings, review, view, help, and then Foxit Reader. Now Foxit PDF, it is actually an extension that Microsoft Word attains or gets after you install that PDF reader. So my PDF reader is Foxit PDF Reader, and after I installed it, it automatically attained it or acquired it, and it installed it as an extension, and it became part of the tabs. Now the file tab is a tab that displays the backstage view of a file, and when you tap on it, for it is a bit different from all these other tabs, because these other tabs display their contents in the ribbon, but this one, like I've said, it is the backstage view. When you tap on it, it displays on the whole page. Everything disappears and you have the backstage view of the file. And on the backstage view of the file, we have home, new, open, info, save as, history, print, share, export, transform, close, and more others. You can actually have account and then options. So when we look at many of these, we use a few of them, and actually others we don't frequently use them, though they are useful in one way or another. Now then, the new tab helps us to create a new document in whatever format that you want. The open helps us to open an existing file. You may need a file, and the file already exists, we already created it, and want to reopen it, maybe to add some other information. We can use this button already open, and when we tap on it, it can actually take us to recent documents that have been created, or even takes us to a storages where we can pick a document that we need to open. Now we have info. Info is a command that gives information about this document that we are editing. First of all, it can give us the go-ahead to protect, inspect, and manage the document in whatever way that we need. It gives us the size, the number of pages, the number of words, the total editing time, the title, tags, and so on. It gives a lot of information about that document that we are having. We have the save and the save as button. The save helps us to save changes on already existing document. Then save as helps us to save a new document for the first time, and it can also help us to save an already existing document but with a file, another file name, or in a new location other than the one that it was saved before. History shows a number of things that we have worked on. Then print helps us to produce a hard copy from the soft copy that we can have on the screen. And share, when we want to give out this same file to others using Microsoft Word, it can help us using the share button. Then export, this helps us to take the file into maybe another file format, or to take it into another location outside the program. Close, I've said more, close quits the program. Then when I tap on my have account gives information about the owner of the Microsoft Office account. The user information, it gives the user information about this account. And as you can see now, I'm signed in, and you can see David Chimbowa and even my picture displaying here to show that I'm the one who owns this account from Microsoft. And lastly, you can see there is also options, and the options button is a button that helps us to set a lot of things that we can have. For example, you can customize the ribbon, you can change the display, the theme, color, and so many other things. Proofing, saving, how do you save, the language, accessibility, add-ins, trust centers. So there are a lot of things that we can actually do from the backstage view of the file, and we can only access that backstage view through the file menu or the file tab. Next to it is the home tab, which tab is actually the most active tab as we are using Microsoft Word. It has a number of commands, number of groups and commands that can help us deal with text, font, paragraph, styles, editing, and so many others. Now on the tabs, you can actually bear me witness that when you look at this, you can actually see there are a lot of things. There is this, and this one is called the clipboard. So on the home tab, there is what we call groups. Like you can see the word clipboard here where I'm pointing, and see the word clipboard, and that word clipboard is the name of a group, and inside the group the number of commands like format painter, paste, copy, and cut. So on the home tab in the clipboard group with the number of commands like cut, copy, format painter, paste. And apart from clipboard, we have also some other groups of commands. I guess you can see this line that divides this group from this one, and another line that divides it from this one and this one and this one. It also has a dividing line, and so many others. So on the home tab, we have a number of groups like clipboard, font, paragraph, styles, editing, add-ins, and others. So amongst these groups are the commands that we always use. Clipboard, I've talked about them. Under font, it means anything that relates to font is found here. Font size, this is where there is this figure 11. When you tap on it, it actually gives you a lot of other sizes that you can set for your text. Font style, like here, how the letter looks like. By default, I have Calibri body. When I tap on the drop down arrow, it actually lists me a number of font styles that I have on my system. And you can actually add in other font styles. You can download font styles and you install them if at all you need to add others. It has B, which command called B, and this one boilds selected text. The I is for italics, the U is for underline, a B, and then a line through is called strike through, a subscript, superscript, and so many others. We have the text highlighting, text color, changing cases, and so many other commands. In the group paragraph, we have the alignments, we have bullets, and then numbering, indenting, we have shading, the borders, sorting, and so many other things that like we can see. And on this tab, the most active groups that you can't miss using in any of the documents that you prepare are paragraph, font, and the clipboard. Then we have some other tabs like the insert tab, which has the tables, cover page, blank page, page breaks, shapes, icons, 3D models, screenshots, charts, smart art, and so many others. Word art, and word art is actually the commonest. We have symbols, equations, headers and footers, page numbers are all found on the insert tab. The draw tab is a new tab. You may not find it on many of the programs, on many of the various the previous versions of Office. It is actually new. Actually, you can add other tabs if at all you want through customizing ribbon. When you right click in any space on the ribbon, you can get a list having to this collapse the ribbon or customize the ribbon, and when you tap in customize the ribbon, you'll be in position to add a few things here and there to the ribbon that were not there by default. So the draw tab, you can actually add it there if you want it. Design, this one is always there. Layout, references, mailings, review, view, and so many others. So those are what you call our main menu tabs. Now from the main menu tabs, we have the ribbon. Now the ribbon displays the commands and the groups of commands in that particular tab. So in this, as you keep on practicing, you'll be in position to know that when I want something about this, I can actually find it on this tab. Like for example, for me, I know that when I'm dealing with page margins, when I'm dealing with page sizes, when I'm dealing with columns, when I'm dealing with breaks, like if at all I want to create section in a document, I know that I tap on the layout tab. When I'm dealing with watermark, page color, page borders, styles of documents, and so many other things, I can actually go to the design tab. I know that on the home tab, when I want to bold my text, when I want alignments, when I want font color, and so many other things, I actually find them on the home tab. References, I can find things like a table of content, list of figures, footnote, endnote, and so many other things. Mailings tab, that's where I can mail merge from. A review, that's where I find things like spell checker, grammar, thesaurus, word count, and so many other tabs. So the more closely you use this program, the more you will get acquainted with where everything is found. When you click on the view tab, this is now where you find how you want to look at your interface and your document. There is outline mode, draft mode, print layout, read mode, the way you will view your document. There is seeing view pages. You can see pages side by side. You can view pages vertical, going from up to down. There is sizes, zoom, whether you see a small size or a bigger size, and so many other things. So that is the ribbon, and that is what it displays. The moment you select a tab, it displays the groups and the commands that are in that tab. Now, unlike other versions, in this version of Office, the moment I select a tab, it just underlines that word, like you're seeing on the Home tab. I've selected the Home tab, and below Home there looks to be like an underline below the word Home. When I tap on Insert, you definitely see that there is a line below the word Insert. Now below the ribbon, you can actually see there is what we call rulers here. And these rulers are the one that helps us to set the margins and the page space or the working area that we're working in. You can decide to set tab stops. You can decide to set the indent and so many other things using the rulers. You can actually reduce or increase the headers and footers using the rulers, and so many other things can actually work out using the rulers. And after the rulers, you have the document area. Now this white space that you're looking at, this one here, is what we call the working area or the document area. In the document area, there is a cursor that is blinking, that one where I'm actually pointing. So that one is called the insertion point. So where the cursor is called the insertion point. Why? Because it is where words will go the moment I start typing. So the moment I start, this is, you see, wherever the cursor is where the words are inserted. That's why we call that the insertion point. And before we go below the document area, I would like us to look at the rulers. Now this bar here to the right, that one where my cursor is called the rulers, and that one is the vertical ruler. It helps me to navigate. It helps me to move up or down a document. Now if I have pages, like more than one pages, or if I have like that one page and I'm only seeing part of it, when I want to see the other part that is hidden, I actually push my cursor to the ruler. I tap there. When I tap, I mean I press and hold the left mouse button, and then I move. The more I move down, the more my page also moves down. When I move up, it also moves up. Now we also have the horizontal rulers, but the horizontal rulers will not be visible until when I zoom out. Until when I zoom in my document and it exceeds the screen size. Let me try to show you something here. When I tap on the zoom in and my page exceeds the screen size, you'll definitely see an horizontal scroll bar appearing, and when it appears, it just helps me to move and view the parts of the pages that I cannot view at once. But the moment my page is visible all through the screen, there's no reason as to why I can have the horizontal and the vertical scroll bar. And when my page is very small, when that I can see the whole of it at once, even the vertical scroll bar will also disappear like that. And something else that I can say about the scroll bars, the bigger the scroll bar means the smaller is the document. So when the scroll bar is small, that one shows me that the document is very huge. For example, if I have one page, I'll see the scroll bar being that size. But when I add some other pages, it means the scroll bar will reduce, and this will tell me I have to scroll very much to reach the end of the document. After the horizontal and the vertical scroll bar, I'll definitely have the status bar. Now there is a bar exactly down below the document area or below the working space. That bar, it is actually slightly above the taskbar. It is called the status bar, and that bar moves from a left way to the right. It has a number of components. We're going to talk about them, and amongst which we can have the document information area. So to the left, starting from the left, we have what we call the document information area. Now the document information area has a number of things, like we can see it here. It has how many pages are in the document. Like you can see here, it has page 1 of 1, the current page numbers in the document. Tap to open navigation pane. Now when you tap on this, it actually opens the navigation pane and it shows you the number of pages that are there in a document. Next is the number of words in a document. I've said the whole of that part is called the document information area, right from page, number of words, then spelling or proofing errors in the document, the language that is being used, the macros that are in the document, and actually you can talk of accessibility issues or accessibility checks. You can actually check them using the document information area. So in the document information area, we have the number of pages. When I want to see the number of pages in the document, it doesn't need me to scroll up to the end. I just come down here in the status bar. I can see page 1 of 1. I'll definitely know that this document has only one page. 0 words can actually tell the number of words that are on the document. When I put some words, I don't need to count or to use the word count. If I use word count, I can actually tap here and get to know that the pages 1, words 0, characters 0, and so many others. Then this is number of errors. They can be grammatical, they can be conceptual, they can be spelling, and so many others. Then the language that is used. Now when I go this other side, I can actually see the focus mode. Now this area is called the view icons. We have view icons here. Oh sorry, it is opening a different thing. Now this one is called the focus mode. When I tap on it, it actually gives me another kind of focus. It focuses only to the area that I have clicked in, and it makes the window black, and only the white area remains to the page. So we're looking at the view icons, the way I can view my document. Now when the next icon is the read mode. In read mode, I can actually go through my document And in most cases, many of the documents that you download from the internet, they are in read mode. When you open them, they are in read mode, and you can't edit them directly until when you enable editing. When you enable editing, it goes into print layout. So in read mode, there is no editing that is possible there in read mode. In read mode, you're actually viewing your document, just viewing, proofing, or going through. Then print layout, it is a layout in which we can actually edit our document. You can add content, remove content, format it, and give it a lot of things that we may need to put. Then web layout. Under web layout, this is now, or this one gives us a glimpse of how our document would look like if it was on a web page. That is what you call web layout. So it makes it as small as it could be if the size of the page will be like that of a web page. And lastly, I have the zoom area down here, zoom area. But remember, the whole of this bar is called the status bar. It has the document information area, it has the view icons, and lastly it has the zoom area or the zoom icons. Now under the zoom icons, we have the zoom in, that is we have the zoom in, yes, that is a plus sign. We have this slider that helps us move along this line, and then we have the zoom out. Zoom in makes the document bigger, then the slider helps us to move, make it smaller or bigger depending on what we want, and then the zoom out makes it smaller. That's all that we need to know about the Microsoft Word window at this time. We can actually get to know more about the window as we continue using it. Thank you for watching. Continue watching my videos. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. Like, share, and comment. God bless you. I sign out.